What if I told you a clear, wafer-thin lens could bend light so precisely it could take your blurry world and snap it back into crystal-clear focus? No batteries, no apps, no moving parts, just a tiny, carefully shaped piece of material doing a massive job. Hey, welcome back to the Smart Side. We're here to peel back the curtain on how things really work. Today, we're decoding the science of modern contact lenses. We'll look at how they steer light, how they solve different vision puzzles, and why something so soft can make such a huge difference. All right, let's start with a foundational truth. By the way, blurry vision doesn't necessarily mean your eyes are weak. It usually just means the focus is landing in the wrong place. Think of your eye like a camera. Light enters through the cornea. That's the clear front window, then passes through the pupil and your natural lens. Ideally, it should form one sharp, perfect point on the retina, the light-sensing layer at the back of your eye. When that point hits the retina exactly, the image is crisp. But if that point lands in front of the retina, or behind it, the image spreads out. And that spread is what your brain perceives as blur. So, what do contact lenses actually do? They don't add vision to your eye. They simply act as light directors, guiding the incoming rays so the focus lands exactly where it belongs, right on the retina. Now let's run through the big three problems these lenses are designed to solve. First up, nearsightedness, myopia. In a nearsighted eye, the eyeball is often a little too long from front to back. Because of that extra distance, the light focuses too early in the empty space in front of the retina. That's why distant trees or street signs look like a hazy mess. To fix this, a contact lens is designed to be thinner in the center. It spreads the light slightly before it enters your eye, pushing the focus point backward until it lands on the retina. Second, farsightedness, hyperopia. This is the opposite. The eye is often a little too short, so the light doesn't bend enough, and tries to focus behind the retina. That's what makes close-up tasks, like reading a menu, feel like a struggle. To fix this, the lens is thicker in the middle. It bends the light inward more aggressively, pulling that focus point forward to meet the retina. So, here's the simplest way to remember it. Contacts are tiny, invisible traffic controllers for light. They guide the rays so your eye can finally do its job. But here's where the engineering gets really impressive. Sometimes the blur isn't just about depth. Sometimes the blur is uneven. That's astigmatism. With astigmatism, your cornea isn't perfectly round like a basketball. It's shaped more like a football, curved more in one direction than the other. Because of that irregular curve, light doesn't meet at one clean point. It smears across the eye. That's why text can look shadowy, and why headlights might look like long, streaky stars at night. To fix this, you need what's called a toric lens, specialized lenses with different refractive powers in different directions. But toric lenses have one major challenge. They only work if they stay perfectly aligned. If they rotate on your eye, the correction is ruined. So, modern engineers designed them to stabilize themselves. Some are weighted slightly at the bottom, or use zone thicknesses. So every time you blink, your eyelid nudges the lens back into its home position. It's pretty incredible when you think about it. Your own blinking becomes part of the optical system. Now, how does a piece of plastic just sit on your eye without sliding off? It feels like magic, but it's actually pure physics. A soft contact lens doesn't actually touch your eye directly. It rides on a microscopic layer of tears, like a tiny hydroplaning cushion. Surface tension keeps it centered, while your tear film keeps it smooth and slick. Next, let's talk about the breakthrough that made contacts wearable all day. Oxygen. Your cornea is one of the only parts of your body without blood vessels. It has to breathe oxygen directly from the air to stay healthy. Old-fashioned lenses could act like a plastic shield, blocking that air, leaving eyes red, dry, and exhausted. Modern lenses, specifically silicone hydrogels, are a game changer. They let massive amounts of oxygen pass right through the material. Here's an easy way to picture the difference. Old lenses felt like wearing a plastic rain slicker. Modern lenses are more like high-performance sports fabric, breathable, flexible, and designed for comfort. And then there's the issue of aging eyes. The "why are my arms too short to read this?" problem. This is presbyopia. As we age, the natural lens in our eye loses its flexibility. Multifocal contacts solve this by using different zones for distance and near vision. Your brain does a clever bit of processing, automatically grabbing the clearest information depending on what you're focusing on. Alright, let's pull the whole picture together. Modern contact lenses are a triumph of engineering because they do three things at once. 1. They redirect light with extreme precision so the focus hits the retina. 2. They use clever shapes, like the toric design, to fix complex issues like astigmatism. And 3. Advanced, breathable materials keep your eyes healthy while they work. So, the next time you put in your contacts, take a second to appreciate what's really happening. You're placing a masterpiece of optical physics right onto your eye, so you can see the world as it was meant to be seen. Just remember, because these are medical devices, safety is key. Keep them clean, don't sleep in them unless they're designed for it, and always listen to your eyes. If things get red or painful, give your eyes a break and see a professional. If you enjoyed learning the how behind your vision today, we'd love it if you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps the smart side keep bringing these explanations to life for curious minds like you. Thanks for watching. Stay curious.